So I went to Qdoba.
I went to like Black Angus or something.
Cattleman's. Ruth's Chris was so far out of the even like realm of stratosphere of where we were operating at that time. That like Cattleman's, this like basically the Denny's of fucking steakhouses.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
Well, this shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time.
Yes. Again, first time. Love to hear how you found it. Chip and Cern Show at gmail.com.
Gmail.com, yes.
Something
just
like
DM us or something at Chip and Cern Show.
Figure it out. We're just
here.
curious. These things, cause curiosity between Chip and Cern.
Did you start listening? Who told you? You want a sticker?
Would you like a sticker? Oh man, Cerny, we were just talking about baseball. Kevin Pillar is he on the Rangers?
No, he's on the Mets now.
On the Mets now. Took a heater right to the nose. You saw the video, I assume.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
It was one of these. It's like you only need to watch that one time.
That's it.
When
it hit the ground, you see the blood dripping. I'm like, okay.
Dude, it was just leaking and like, it was like a water faucet of blood out of his nose. And they just kept showing him on the ground. And I was like, wow, this is kind of ruthless.
They zoomed in. Like,
I know.
Let's take a look at those wounds.
Oof. And then, I'm surprised they don't make, I foresee, because I feel like there's been a lot more headshots, in the last year or two.
Yeah.
They're going to redo the helmets a little bit. I've noticed a lot of people are going with the kind of chin guard now.
The Giancarlo Stanton, extended.
It's not as infrequent as it used to be. It seemed like two people in the league had it, and now I feel like there's a couple people on each team that have the thing. So, but that'll catch on a lot better than. Do you remember the pitcher helmet hat? Remember when they rolled that out?
Oh, yeah.
It looked like...
I forgot about that.
Dude, hold on. We got to pull this up. This is going to be on tripandcernshow.com. But there was like two pitchers that wore this, right? And it was just so... It was so... Oh, Mike, come on. Come on. Look at this thing.
It's like a baseball hat with... he looks like one of the Mario Brothers.
It looks like a Mario Brothers
or something with a big ass fucking hat.
If you want to know what it looks like, go watch whatever year the Mario Brothers movie came out. And it looks like that, but it's navy with the Padres logo on it.
Oh God, that was dumb.
Oh man, I don't know what's worse, the version where they kind of stretch the fabric over to try to make it look like a hat, or this version.
It's like a donut.
Where they kind of have like half of a donut on the head. Which one of these are you wearing, Cerny? If you got to wear one of these.
I'm going to go with the donut.
You're going to go with the half a donut? I think so too, because one, you could probably store some sunflower seeds up here. Yeah.
Or some pine tar.
Some pine tar. Ooh, that's a good call. And you're like, hey, no, you can't touch my helmet. But
that's for me.
I don't know. I get being really cautious and safe about it, but that's about 3 inches, and it's just on your forehead. But your whole face and your whole grill is like totally exposed, and that's the part I'd be worried about.
Yeah, that's the part I'd be worried about.
The skull. I'm just going to trust that the skull.
Your head, like your forehead, is pretty hard. So it's my nose, face, eyes.
I don't want to.
I guess a temple would be the.
Oh yeah, that would be the. Oh, okay, this one down here. So here's one here. This one that they're showing is kind of like this one's made by Easton.
Wow.
This is like a totally a consumer brand of baseball equipment for the uneducated. But this one looks like this would cost you $50 at Dick's Sporting Goods, right, Cerny?
Yeah.
And you have your. That's probably what it is.
It looks like it's pulled right out of the fucking ad from Dick's.
Right.
Guy with a non-logoed hat on.
Oh, Melanson.
East End, staring off into the sun. Melanson.
Oh.
Up there below.
Oh, interesting. Look at this one now. So this version that we're seeing, it looks like your regular batting helmet, except they just put it on the table saw and chop the top off. And even has the ear flap too. Look at that. This one is the worst one though. It looks like you're trying to be in the Jetsons or something.
Or you're like a Padre, you're like the old school Padres with the ball spawning up.
That would be, dude. Why don't they make helmets like that for the Padres? Where it's just a whatever color head and then the bald spot, and that's the helmet for the Padres. I think that would be good. I'm curious to see how I did on my guess here. Oh, are they going to make me pay money and subscribe? Okay, Easton has developed a prototype pitching helmet for pitchers in a concentrated effort to cut down on debilitating brain injuries to young athletes. Hold on, we could sell something else rather than making our bats less lethal by making them like fucking trampolines or tennis racket. Next
ad. 50 times more pop in the Easton, flex grip.
Exactly. So they're not saying how much it's going to cost, but honestly, this thing doesn't look too horrible. But I got to say, when these things first roll out, I do feel bad because, some kid's mom is going to make them wear that shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to get fucking bullied about it.
He's going to be the only person wearing it.
Yeah. And they're like, nope, you got to wear this if you're pitching. And then that'll happen for like a year or two. And then, 5 years later, everyone's going to be fucking wearing them and it won't be a thing. But the early adopters are going to have
early adopters.
They're going to suffer.
The term.
They're going to suffer. Just like people who buy the first, the first iPad or something. Just like that. Or what do you think the first plasma TVs? Remember when they would like leak gas and shit on it?
Oh yeah, they would. Yeah, the image get all fucked up, and they were like $20,000.
They were like $20,000 too for like a 40-inch.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I remember. Remember when you need to kill an hour, and I was working at Circuit City.
Yeah,
and you just come by, and we just hang out when I was working.
Watch TV.
Watch TV because I worked in the TV department. Oh, that was good. And it would be great if there was a Monday Night Football. It wasn't a bad time to work because you literally, obviously, we sprung for the top level fucking cable package.
I mean, I would hope so.
Red Zone. I mean, Red Zone wasn't a thing back then, but if it was, Red Zone would be all over the place. You couldn't get away from the Red Zone.
Nope. And it was, and it's not like it would be really, I don't think it was terribly busy on a Monday night.
No.
People aren't really shopping for TVs.
And they had Qdoba. Is Qdoba around still, the burrito place? Remember, it was like Chipotle and Qdoba were kind of the same popularity.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen those in a while.
I think they might have went by the way of the dodo bird or something. Those things.
With Circuit City, they went together.
Yeah.
Hand in hand.
I remember this was, some people, I think, Cerny, I think you'll definitely agree with this statement. You're either cut out to be a salesperson in life or you just can't hang. And I can't fuck with the salesperson life. Like the chasing the numbers, it's just a grind. I'm not ready to go.
It's a grind, and you got to be annoying, and you have to
be a killer. And I'm not. It's just
people shoot you down. You got to keep going, and it's like exhausting.
And so I got my first taste of what it felt like to have a little success in that atmosphere as a 19-year-old working at Circuit City in the TV department. And I closed this fat. Some dude came in and just bought a new house in Morgan Hill or Morgan Creek. Morgan Creek. He comes in.
Those houses, right?
Comes in. Oh, I just spent $1 million on this house. It's got this many rooms, and I'm gonna need a plasma for each. And I'm like, what? This was like $100,000, $200,000 sale. This guy even went for the monster cables. I'm like, oh, you want this $100 HDMI? He's like, yeah. Okay, how many TVs? 6. Boom. $600 a month. Surge protector. Oh yeah, throw it on.
Oh.
This guy went fucking crazy. My boss is over there. He had a boner. He's just stroking his dick off. So
on the floor? Wow.
Oh yeah, and boom, ordered it to be delivered in like a month. Blah blah. He came up, Nicodemus Chipper. Good job, bud. Pats me on the back. He goes, you know what? Lunch is on me. Whatever. Just go buy lunch. When you come back, give me the receipt, and I'll give you money back for it. I'm like,
whoa,
oh, sick. So I went to Qdoba.
I went to like Black Angus or something.
Cattleman's. Roost Chris was so far out of the even like realm of stratosphere of where we were operating at that time. That like Cattleman's, this like basically the Denny's of fucking steakhouses. You know, that was the most unachievable thing. So I went to Qdoba. Give me the nachos. I ordered like 2 sides. I fucking $38 bill, and I just paid for it with my my Wells Fargo debit card. That was I probably overdrew buying this huge meal.
Hey,
take it back there, and he's like, "Oh shit, $40." I'm like, "Yeah, you said buy lunch, whatever I wanted for lunch, so I did." I didn't get that he was being like,
"You didn't give me a cap." I mean,
yeah, no cap.
You didn't give me a per diem.
No cap. Yeah, there was no per diem discussed. There was nothing. So he reluctantly, peeled off a couple Harriet Tubmans for me. But yeah, that was my first taste, and I didn't get addicted then, so I knew it wasn't really for me. But that was my first. If I would have caught the bug then, I could have been Mr. Joe Smosh salesman.
I did the sales, and it's you really ride a roller coaster. You could be
you're flying high,
a fucking hero, and then not 5 minutes later you are a big zero.
It's a what have you done for me lately type of joke.
Yeah, but it could change with the wins. If 5 fucking minutes I've been a hero to zero and you suck, and it's like it's so exhausting, and it's like I think this should be here, and you'd make more money doing this, and you generate it. And it's like fuck, man, I don't want to do it. And you get the people who just don't want to do it just because it's like they don't want to, or it's like,
or they're just being lazy.
Yeah,
that's the worst part.
So that wasn't I just
brutal. Now a couple times of that Circuit City gig, I think we had the HBO on, and we had what must have been like a 40-year-old virgin was probably really big. Didn't they?
Yes, that was.
Didn't they parody Circuit City in that movie?
Yeah, or something up like
a Best Buy or whatever, Magnolia Hi-Fi.
I think they had red shirts on, so I think it was like a Circuit City.
I remember. I'm like, this is my life right now when this came out. And anyway, there's a couple good topless scenes in there, but we were playing that movie on there.
Oh yes,
because remember, actually it's Stormy Daniels. Doesn't her titties make an appearance in that movie?
Oh, I think you're right. Yes, I mean it's actually been
a minute,
several years since I've seen it.
I mean that was a movie that was highly quotable by us for
bags of sand. Come on, man! That was like
for
a
many,
had for.
But we kind of near, if the store closed at 9, everyone knew at 8. Not a lot of customers are coming in, so you would get the group of people who would go to the audio room, with the big fucking speakers and shit, and just turn it up, play some, Disturbed, like Down with the Sickness, like like just fucking play music you're not supposed to, probably watch movies you shouldn't. And anyway, some fucking titties popped up on like every TV because one feed goes to every TV.
Yes.
So whatever scene came on, and I remember turning around, I was like, and I was like, holy shit! I looked at somebody, and luckily it like flashed off, and I was like, oh, we better change it back to golf or something because we're gonna
dial it back,
here.
Everybody. Oh boy!
All we need is mommy. I'd be in trouble there.
Oh my, I got thirsty for some reason.
Yeah. Pavlovian type response. It's a couple big feeders like that. I thought Stormy was really going to be an integral part of Trump's downfall, but
kind of fizzled out.
She definitely fizzled out. I think her lawyer being like exposed as some huge kind of scumbag.
that really was
that was not a good. That kind of killed all her credibility.
I think that killed everything. That was the main driver.
That guy. He could have been so. He could have had it so good. He could have been writing it out now and still just pummeling Trump into the ground, but instead he just fucked up. He gone and fucked up multiple times. He had some fraud thing going and
he tried to extort with Nike or some shit. It was like, oh
yeah, extortion of Nike.
You know,
all they do is extort people.
What's
on a
next?
Walmart.
Basis. You're gonna take on Walmart, maybe McDonald's. Yeah, there you go.
All Nike does is extort people out of dollars
yeah.
every day. You're not gonna pull one over on them. You're not gonna pull one over on them. Now, Cerny, speaking of things you haven't seen in a while, when's the last time you saw the movie Scarface?
Oh, jeez. It's at least a decade.
At least. Same here, but my wife and I said, let's we haven't seen Scarface, let's watch it again. So now, because we're old people, we split it up over 3 nights.
Yeah, I do that.
And we enjoyed it. But I don't know. I think when we watched it when we were in our 20s,
it was all about the hype, you know.
It was all about, this
cocaine
is cocaine.
Say hello to my little friend. You know, all that shit,
yeah. Casosa sesa? All these quotes and how quotable this movie was, but we weren't watching the movie, you know.
And I always remember, being younger, my dad always poo-pooed it. Oh, it's way overrated. It's overrated. I'm thinking, whatever, old man. But now when I think I go back and look at it, I'm like, he was kind of right.
Yeah, and so we were watching it, and I'm like, I don't remember this happening and these relationships. Like, we weren't paying attention to the whole thing. We were just in it for the sex and the drugs and the guns.
And the rock and roll.
And the rock and roll. So my wife and I are watching this thing. It's actually a really good movie. So I'd highly recommend it if you haven't seen Scarface in a while. I mean, I know that's not me going out on a limb saying Scarface is a good movie. I think, what do we have here on Rotten Tomatoes? What would you guess on that, Cerny?
Probably like 88.
Oh, really? I'm gonna say mid-90s. Critic. On the Critic. Yeah. Scarface 1983. Let's see. Okay, tomato meter 82. Cerny.
Yeah.
Wow. Kudos, sir. Kudos. Audience score 93. So we're both winners.
Everyone gets a trophy.
Everybody gets a trophy on the Chip and Cern show.
I mean, I do have to
2 hours, 50 minutes.
It's overrated. I think everyone kind of hypes it up a little bit too much.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. I'm sure I felt differently when I was in my 20s, but as just turning now, sort of, I guess technically we're kind of in our mid-30s, Cerny.
Getting to our mid-30s.
I gotta say, cocaine addiction didn't seem super like a desirable state for me at this time. I'm like, that doesn't seem like a great...
Seems exhausting.
Oh, just
a lot of sweating.
With the sweating and the snorting, and always with the snorting and keep snorting.
I know. I can barely do the Nasonex.
When I got allergies, I'm bugging the fuck out of me. I couldn't imagine, anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like, I didn't watch that and like, you know what? I need a cocaine addiction seems like a pretty good idea.
No. Now, speaking of movies.
Yes.
I'm coming up, my nomination for Parent of the Year is probably in the mail. Because I turned on The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
With children afoot.
I don't all of the whole family?
No, just the youngest and myself enjoyed it. So the most impressionable.
Okay.
And the wife. And the wife was there.
Was there any?
She wasn't thrilled.
She thought maybe she would have went a different direction with that parental choice.
Yeah, but then I quickly reminded her it's nothing he hasn't heard come out of my mouth.
Oh, so it was a language concern, not
No, you know what? There was titties. I forgot. I had completely forgotten.
But it's why we would seek movies out was because of the titties, and now we can't remember if there was titties or not.
Yeah, because there's been so many that we've seen.
So many titties.
I couldn't remember. I didn't remember, and then I was texting my dad, and he's like, right before the scene came, he's like, "What about the topless scene?" So I was like, "What the hell?" And then I was like, "What's he talking about?"
What topless scene? Oh, when she's by the
visit
pool?
Jackie Treehorn. Remember they go to the porn guy and they're throwing the girl on the trample or the parachute up in the air and she's topless on the beach. I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I would have not remembered that. I remember there's a sex scene when she's trying to.
But it's like one of those like they climb into bed and then smash.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just laying there.
And then I know he's like smoking weed throughout it, and there's like guns and drugs and stuff. But like, I probably would let that movie. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I thought he was laughing. He was loving Walter and his.
He's right up their alley. It's just a stoner comedy. you know? But
he kept saying, "Why does he always say man?" Because he's always like, "Come on, man." It's like that's the dude.
That's his thing. Now, we have watched that movie. I would say in the last 18 months. I would say since COVID started. I would say we've seen it within that recent.
And then
we watched the other Coen brothers movies too. We watched a couple of the better ones.
We watched. They do, yeah. So we watched Fargo.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one in a while. Solid. I always loved it.
I had forgotten. Like she turned it on. She's like, "What's this movie?" And I was like looking at it, and I was like, "I know this movie." Hold on. It took me like 20 minutes into it. Where I was like, "Oh, this is Fargo," because she had turned it like right before the credits. I didn't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, and I had like come in.
You just saw him going through the chipper shredder.
What was that?
You just saw him getting shoved into the.
Oh
chipper?
No! When I saw the head actress
Frances McDormand.
Yes. I said, "Oh, I know this is Fargo." She's like, and my wife had never seen it. I said, "Watch it." She's like, "It's kind of weird." I said, "Yeah, that's their style."
It's the Coen brothers. I mean, so what do you think that one on the tomato meter? I'll say
Fargo.
There's 1 point between tomato meter and audience score. If that's a hint.
I'm going to say 94.
Cerny, ding, ding. Right on the money, sir. Kudos to you. Cerny and all Cerny sluts, the first 5 Cerny sluts that call in right now, 999 Cerny slut, free stickers. Call in. Cerny won that, dude. Kudos. And then the audience score was 93.
And she actually, I think Robin enjoyed it. So she didn't watch a lot of movies like that, you know, growing up. Yeah. So like we've watched, you know, like Shawshank.
Great.
Yeah.
Your wife and I think we can probably bond over this, you know, lack of proper filmography upbringing.
Yes.
And I would say you, for contrast, are probably on like the most exposed end. Your dad being a film history professor.
Countless.
Every fucking movie.
Oh, all the movies. And he used to pause them because he used to teach a movie class too. So he has like a movie thing. He's like, okay, so this shot means like in The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
For those who haven't seen it, it's been like 20 years, so we're going to spoil it.
Spoiler. It's probably been 30 years.
Opening scene where he shoots Bruce Willis and he falls on the bed. He had not seen the movie. My dad had not seen the movie.
And he could tell you what's happening.
And he goes, when they pan up at this guy, he goes, wait, is he dead? Through the whole movie, is he dead? And he doesn't know it. And I was like, how the fuck?
Super fucking annoying.
He's like, well, if you look at this camera angle, it's like his soul's leaving the body going up. And that's a classic trick by.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, we shall see.
Well, Cerny, we need to have your dad on for, if we need to table this discussion for a later time, we can, and bring your old man on to discuss Citizen Kane falling from perfection on Rotten Tomatoes from 100% down to 99.
He knows. Okay, so there's a backstory. He used to play this movie. I absolutely loathe this movie. It's just one of those movies.
I think we've seen this movie how many times between us? 10?
No, 10. Yes.
Every movie class, they're like, first week, Citizen Kane. Here you go, and the fucking Man on the Moon.
My dad will explain about the technically how they shoot it. It's perfect.
Great.
This and that.
That's great.
I said, I know. I
fucking
get
boring.
I hate it. He's like, well, I mean, he always like, well, I get it. I get it. It's kind of slow. I said, it's more than slow for me. It's rough.
I might try to, maybe I'll watch it again.
Maybe I'll do it again. Because I had swore it off for a while.
Should we do it for the show, Cerny?
Let's do it for the show.
Okay. So we'll watch that, and we'll give it a rating. I'll tell you right now, I would be if I rated it above 95, I would be crazy surprised. I would surprise myself.
Yeah,
I'll just say that right now.
I did show. So, speaking of movies, this is going to be like a movie.
Yeah, I know.
Pod.
This is Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Get fucked.
So,
Chip and Cern.
We were watching Godzilla versus King Kong.
Okay. Another classic. Scoring high in Rotten Tomatoes, I'm sure.
Well, so it's one of those. I enjoyed it because it's exactly what it is.
It's what,
just,
yeah.
And I have to agree. My dad said something too about it. He goes, "This is what it is. You go to see Godzilla versus King Kong. You don't really go to see the character development throughout the. You want to see damn monsters fight. That's it. So, and I enjoy it. It was fun.
It's a different lens to which approach the film with, kind of.
Yeah. So and you gotta do the whole Middle Earth thing. Have you seen it?
No.
They go inside the Earth and shit. Whatever. It is what it is. It's kind of within the premise of the movie. It's fine. It's the number one movie, according to Jeffrey, ever made. But that's okay. I mean, his taste is...
Well, hopefully that list isn't written in Sharpie.
Godzilla is his thing right now. He loves Godzilla. So, we watched it then.
And you guys have seen have you seen the OG Godzilla or the 1210 Cloverfield or all that kind of stuff?
Some of them. No, I haven't seen.
Those are
I have.
scary,
I haven't showed him like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. That was horrible.
Don't put him through that, Cerny. That's
no.
Don't put him through.
Now they hadn't seen like the old Godzillas because they were telling me about the old. They said Melanie and Zach. So they were telling me that they had seen the old King Kong. I was like, you have? Like, yeah. Where they have tanks and like he's skating with the. I said that's the old King Kong.
That's like 98 King Kong or something, right?
I said Chip and Cern saw it in the movie theater.
Dude, if you showed them the OG King Kong, I
was like,
they would be like, what is that?
And I showed him the original. I started it. Showed him. They're like, what is this? I was like, hey, give them a break. You have to give them a break. It's like 1930 something.
It's in black and white, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like
claymation
groundbreaking.
kind?
Yeah, stop motion. It was groundbreaking.
That's right.
Time. But they're like, it looks so fake. I was like, I can't cut them some slack. Fuck.
What do they do when they see like? Have they seen like Terminator? Wasn't too bad, but those movies that were in the 90s and kind of early 2000s where they thought they had the technology figured out, but it looked so fucking cheesy.
Anaconda. That's when they
Oh,
saw.
okay.
Like, that looks so fake. And I was like, yeah, because the snakes all like the pixels. It's all.
Oh yeah, it's like okay. You know what movie looks good? Because I watch it 3 times a week because our kids are obsessed with dinosaurs. Jurassic Park.
Oh,
it holds up really well.
It still does. Yeah, that one's great.
Even number 2 is good, but then number 3, because they started trying to do more CGI, and it was like, and I'm like, how many times can you have problems with dinosaurs that you would keep? I would like to think that it's unbelievable, but honestly, with the people and the coronavirus shit, of course it would happen.
Well, I saw something where somebody was like, scientists were like, think they're within 10 years of being able to resurrect dinosaurs. Someone's like, bro, there's literally 5 movies to tell you why this is a bad idea.
It's true. And we would do, and the way they captured, or, in the new Jurassic World ones, the way they capture them to sell them for like military operations. And
I can see
that would totally happen. That is not.
Like, this is plausible.
Yeah. So, now the thing about him with the dog clicker and, all that kind of stuff.
Training. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
That's fine.
They're not golden retrievers here. They're not golden retrievers, but. Well, we had a lot of time on the couch this weekend because we had this gnarly stomach bug rip through our house.
Oh boy!
And it started with the littlest one, the 2-year-old, and he was booting for hours. I haven't done so much fucking laundry, but then the day after, it was like it came in and just started fucking rocking sock'em robots all through the house. Everyone was knocked out. Charlie, my wife, me, napping on the. Sunday, I hadn't ever done this in my life, I don't think. From like 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m, everyone was just like hanging out on the couch. No one could move. We were just KO'd, so we were watching everything. Every dinosaur thing there was, we watched it. That's how we that's how I saw Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, that's the first time you've seen it?
Yeah.
Is that with the
yes.
Malcolm or Jeff Goldblum?
No, it's with William Macy. William H. Macy.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey likes that with the Spinosaurus, right? Where he eats the phone and like it's ringing and shit inside.
Yes, the satellite phone, and they have to dig it out of the poop.
Yeah.
That was a whole scene. I'm like, that you already did the dinosaur poop scene in the first one.
Yeah, this is called recycling.
Yeah, that's just let's get outside the box here a little bit. And I'm like, again, with how many times are we going to leave this scenario going where there's dinosaurs on an island and let's go back and visit them? Because what if the next Jurassic Park was just a really conflict-free? What if they just went in and people were having fun and then they left and it wasn't a big deal? It was just it was like a fun.
Everyone had a great time.
Everyone had a great time. The animals have plenty of room. There's not in cages. That would be pretty funny.
Worst selling of all.
Yeah, they're like, worst selling movie ever. 0% on Rotten. It's the anti-Citizen Kane movie, or it has 1%.
One cowboy bucked the trend and voted for it.
Oh yeah, probably the guy that put Citizen Kane at 4 stars would rank that one 100.
He's going rogue.
Yeah,
he's gonna lose his title.
He would just he's just going against the grain there on that one.
Now Terminator. Jeffrey was like in Terminator. He loved Terminator 2 T-1000. So
that's the
I did get in an argument with.
That's the silver thing that he can like go to like a blob,
T2000,
like a liquid.
T1000, whatever returns to liquid. So I did get in an argument with the neighborhood kid because he came up to me. This kid's a little off, and he
actually, or he's just
strange. I'll listen to his stories. He likes to tell me stories, but then he'll go, "What's your favorite tool brand?" And his kid's like.
What are you fucking little Al Borland? What's going on?
Yeah.
What is this, tool time?
So he comes up to me and says, okay, which is better?
Oh, boy.
He's like, Terminator 2 or Terminator 4? Rise of the whatever the fuck
Machines?
I said, Terminator 2.
That's an instant answer.
Yeah, it's Terminator 2. And he goes, that's not right. I said, you don't know anything. And he said, what do you mean I don't know anything? I said, Terminator 4 or whatever it is garbage. It's junk. No, it's way better. I said, no, it's not. It's junk. I said, you don't know anything. Come back to me when you know something.
How old is this kid?
He's in 5th grade.
He told me
he was in 5th grade.
Nice. Dude, there's been a lot of fucking Terminator movies. Okay. Terminator 1, or just Terminator rather, 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh.
Terminator 2, 93, Judgment Day. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. That was the last Arnold one.
That's the one he said. That's the one he said was better than Terminator 2. Don't get out of here, junk.
69%.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice on the 69, but not better than a Hyundai. Or
93.
Yeah. Then Terminator Salvation with Christian Bale. 33.
Oh, man.
That might be Christian Bale's lowest movie.
Ouchie.
That's a ouchie. That's a big ouch. It's a big oof right there. Then Terminator Genesis with Arnold and the Khaleesi, Emilia Clarke. 27.
Oh, I did see that one. That one
Another
was garbage.
And then now there's Terminator Dark Fate with Linda Hamilton, Arnold. That one back up to 70%.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I think is that with some of these franchises, they realize they can't really fuck around anymore. They got you got to invest in a good script and a good story for some of these. If you're going to try to resurrect them.
Yeah, and some of them they try to reboot for the, I'm sure for the kids. I did do a lot of arguing with this kid about movies because he would like to tell me these things.
What were some of his top?
Well, he had a trend.
Explorer or something?
He had a trend, and I got scolded for asking him about the trend. Oh. He said he loves Jason.
Okay.
I said, okay. Now, Michael Myers, he can really beat up people. I was like, okay. And then he started going with
Chainsaw Massacre.
Freddy Krueger. He started doing like the Saw.
Okay.
What's the guy from Saw?
Jigsaw.
Whatever the guy's name is.
The Jigsaw guy?
Yeah. I think, he started.
I don't know. I've never seen those fucking movies either.
I said, oh, do you have, maybe an inappropriate question, do you have weapons accessible to your use? I said, is Michael Myers one of your heroes? Oh yeah, I really like him. I was like, I told my wife, I said,
put him on the list. Put him on the list.
He'll fucking come back in our house when we're sleeping.
Dude, make sure you take that battery out of that 20-volt chainsaw you got. Do you have one of those cordless?
Last week I told him hit the bricks because he said Judgment Day was lower than Genesis, whatever the fuck. Genesis, don't hit the bricks.
Is this guy going to come to the Memorial Day party? I kind of need to meet this guy. Maybe we can get an on-the-field report with him.
Actually, he's selling his house.
Oh, no. Wait, is he related to the Dave? Old Davey Dookie?
No, but I think they think similar.
Oh, interesting.
He was telling me about
his dad, his dad was saying around the house.
They should move to Florida. And I said, oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, because we got to escape all the taxes here. You fifth grader, you pay. I said, you pay taxes? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
We shouldn't have to pay any taxes. That's what he was telling me. I said, oh, okay, that's cool.
But they want to live in a capitalist nation.
His mom works for the post office side to boot.
Oh. Well, I don't think he's had, I don't know. I mean, his defense there, I don't know if he's had Econ 101 yet.
No. So he shouldn't pay any taxes. His mom works for the post office. His dad is in the military. Last time I checked.
Any private sector?
Private. They're not. None of their funds are private.
Huh. So, what if everyone didn't want to pay taxes? Where would you guys be working right now?
I know.
You wouldn't be. Okay, interesting. So maybe
he stopped coming over when I asked him a question about that.
I love that. I wish I could have been there for that, actually.
I couldn't let it go. It was like after I was like, oh, okay, he's little. He doesn't know. But then he started talking about taxes. I said, you pay taxes? Like my parents do. I said, it's too expensive. He said, we shouldn't have to pay taxes. And I said, where's your mom work? Post office. Like, ironic. And your dad? He's in the military. Oh, even more ironic. I said, so like police officers and fire department and the military, you don't like those?
Huh?
Well, I don't like firemen. I was like, you're the only person in the history of people not like firemen. Why not? I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. But you do like roads, right? Like driving on roads, not dirt roads and
gravel, like stagecoach.
Yeah. I said, so where do you think that money comes from? I don't know. I said, well,
ask your folks.
Spoiler alert, taxes.
Guess what?
And they stopped coming over after that.
Because he probably told his parents, and they're like, you know what?
Don't
talk to that.
Even hang out with that liberal scum.
Don't talk to that libtard over there, that Cerny guy. They're not Cerny sluts over there. It sounds like.
No, there's not.
Fuck them.
Not a lot of Cerny sluts in there.
They're not allowed to be a Cerny slut, and they're not allowed to be a chipmunk with that kind of attitude.
No,
not on this podcast.
He would come over every fucking day. He was driving me nuts after a while.
We don't have any of those going on in our neighborhood, but it might be a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, maybe. But
it is. I mean, like once you're nice to the kids, they'll come over.
Yeah, when they're 2 and 3, it's cute because they want to like go run around with your kids, and you don't have to watch them as hard. And I love.
He wants to hang out with me while I'm running tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is a little bit interesting.
Ask me about my brands that I like, and.
Why what'd you say?
Because something wasn't working. So I said depends on what you're using. That's that's the thing. He's like,
it depends.
I said, well, each brand has their own expertise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like like sanders and drills and things like that. I have a DeWalt drill and I have a Bosch router. And he's like, well, what's your favorite brand? I was like, I'll just say DeWalt because I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Just going to end the conversation because I'm done with it.
Yeah. Right, and then but once you like, I have a DeWalt drill, and I think I got a circular saw as well, and I bought it at the same time. And I'm like, I might as well get the same because they share the battery. But now I'm in that battery ecosystem.
Yes.
So I needed the wireless jigsaw. I guess I went with the DeWalt one because I was already there. Like, I didn't want to have to get one battery just to have, and that's how they got you. I'm in
that's
there.
how they get you.
I'm locked in.
I usually go with the cords though for something like that.
And now that I've been burned a few times with the circular saw on like trying to make a good cut, that you're like, if you could just make it through this one, and once it stops halfway, then I'm like, I see why people have cords on their shit now.
Yeah, that's why I do it, because I already know it's gonna.
You're gonna get the power. You're gonna get to know and be done what you need to get done.
Yep.
And that's that. The drill, I think the drill is a good use case.
Yeah, I use a drill, cordless drill. I don't use a corded drill. That's pain in the ass.
Yeah. But the circular saw and anything that you need to be running.
You need a clean cut?
You need a clean cut or something. Just plug it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. And that's the sales pitch. What's your favorite brand though, Cerny? That's our, what's the sales pitch for that? Now, lawnmowers with the batteries, I don't know about that. I never have had a problem with a plug-in lawn, like a cord. I guess people think they're going to fucking run it over.
Oh, okay.
But I think a battery on the lawnmower sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Leave it out in the sun, like explodes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, unless it's like, oh no, you can use this thing for like a month or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be lose this charge sitting in the ground.
Yeah.
Sitting in the shed.
Now, leaf blower, I could see good because you could be a little bit more freewheeling with it. And if the battery runs out, great excuse. Sorry, I can't. Work's done for the day. Got to charge the battery. Sorry, ma'am. I'm headed in for the day. And the game's on right now? Cool.
What a coincidence. Fuck.
Did you get beer when you went to the store earlier?
Is it cold? Sweet.
Do you think it's in the... That sounds great. Oh, man. Okay, Cerny. Homework. Let's write this down. Citizen Kane. Do you think you can get the wife to watch it with you?
You know what?
Might be a tough...
Because she won't pay attention. She won't pay attention to it. She'll she has like crafts and stuff. She'll work on the other.
That's right.
I'll have it running.
Okay. I don't know. That might be a tough sell for my wife, but I'll see what I can do.
I'm sure I'll get like... She'll be fine, but I think once she's black and white and kind of slow, I'll start getting the heat. The boos will start coming in. The boo birds will show.
You just tell her you might want to pay attention so you could recalibrate your movie choices when the fucking Hallmark holiday shit comes on.
And then when I make jokes, they don't just, because I do it all the time, and they go out into the ether unchecked. And I'm like, God damn, I wish Chipper or somebody was here to listen to that.
Someone who appreciates that.
Yeah.
I
have to make it just so when the history books close, it was said that I made the joke. I didn't let it slide.
Yes, I appreciate that, Cerny. I appreciate that. Yeah, you. It was an arrow that you shot. You don't want to live your life with a quiver full of arrows of jokes that could have been. You got
to be empty when I'm done.
You got to be. You know what? You and I were like fucking Legolas here, right? We're just we're just going around and we're shooting our shot. And you know what? That motherfucker didn't kill everyone that he shot an arrow into, right? He missed a couple. Doesn't make you a bad elf.
Got a couple too. Why not?
He nailed a couple too. So every once in a while, we'll get it. We'll get it. Anyway, I'm still keeping up on now that being sick, still washing my hands, and especially I took a couple days from washing my dick and balls. That might have been how I got sick. So we need to make sure
through the urethra.
You're trying to make sure that you get your penis and your vaginas clean. You wash your hands, masking up still.
Yes.
I was just talking to somebody about this. When flu season comes around and I got to go to Target or Costco, pop that mask on real quick. Whew, don't have to worry about getting sick all winter. Fucking sign me up. Plus, it's nice and cozy.
Oh,
you don't have to look
warm.
at people. People don't try to talk to you and shit. But I will sneak it down for a little sample though. Take a little sample. Right. A couple cheeses.
Top side or bottom side?
Yeah. I kind of try to sneak it up in the bottom sometimes, but I feel like I don't like to knock the food on my chin.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyway, that's just my technique. If you have a good technique for sneaking Costco samples up your mask or in your mask, where should they send those, Cern?
chipandcernshow@gmail.com or find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
Absolutely.
Anything Chip and Cern Show.
Send us a little boomerang. Tag us on Instagram of you sneaking snacks under your mask. We want to know your technique.
Yes.
Send it over there.
And also let us know how you found us.
That would be good too. That would be great. But until next time, we'll see you next week. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.